Hey, coccidiosis. Did you know that this could kill half of your chicks? Yes, you heard me right. Do you know that a silent killer could wipe up to 50% of your pullets in just 1 week? Well, this disease is called coccidiosis, and it is one of the deadliest threats on your poultry farm. It is caused by a tiny parasite that attacks the intestines of young birds, especially between the day 5 to day 7. What you notice is that they will not eat, they stop growing, and soon they die fast. If you don't act early, cocci can destroy your entire flock and your investment. You're welcome back to Slam Page, and if you're just coming across this channel, please give us a follow, like, and share with friends who might need it. Even if you don't need it, please share with friends who might need this video. So it's day 5 of brooding our chicks, and we want to start the commencement of coccidiosis treatment. You see, as the saying goes, that prevention is better than cure. So in poultry, especially in young birds, it is always good to prevent this unknown sickness before they attack your flock. So it's always good to catch coccidiosis before it's too late. So on our day 5, we are commencing the treatment of coccidiosis, and we are treating them with anti-coccidia drugs. You can always treat with anyone you lay your hands on. So we are treating with anti-coccidia drug. And do you know what are the early signs that you see from your birds? You see, your chicks look fine today, but by tomorrow they could be dying. What happened? What are those signs? Before a chick will start to die, they will always give sign. Chick, though we have sudden death syndromes, but they will give sign. It's just that you might not be, but in the case of you might not be around, but in the case of coccidiosis, you will see the sign. Now let's look at the early signs that you see. Number 1 is that you see their feathers become ruffled. They move slowly, and there is always they have pale comb, they have poor appetite to eat, and when they feel weak, they are always sleeping. See, let me tell you something. Whenever you notice that your birds are standing and they are sleeping, then you should know that there is a problem. Birds sleep. Birds, healthy bird, what they do is that they eat, they drink, they play, and they sleep. And when they want to sleep, they sleep bending down, they sleep the normal sleep. But the moment you see your bird standing and they are sleeping, it's an indication, it's a symptoms for you that something is wrong. So one of those symptoms that you see, that symptoms of coccidiosis, is sleeping while standing. Now, how is it spread? This coccidiosis is spread through dirty litters and wet environment. That is why when you are brooding, you prevent spillage of water at all costs, because this enemy called coccidiosis loves water so much. So to prevent this, you have to keep your litter dry as much as possible. 2, don't overcrowd your birds. When you overcrowd them, they sweat, and when they sweat, the water will litter everywhere, thereby making this enemy called coccidiosis to act, and it will infect them. Another thing is that you practice daily cleaning. Just like I always said, every morning we ensure that our routine checks, which are discarding the previous day water, washing their nipple drinkers, their feeders, because even the coccidiosis, I forgot to mention that they contact it through their feces. So when their feces come in contact with the feed and it's contaminated, it infects them, thereby they catch coccidiosis. So we don't have to wait till our birds drop dead. We prevent it, and the prevention is to ensure we have a dry floor and very dry litters. So you may ask me that since my birds are not having coccidiosis, why do we have to give them coccidiosis drugs? You know, these birds are just, their immune is not yet strong. We're trying to build their immune. So for now we have to give them to prevent it. Even if you don't spill water on the floor, you have a dry litter, you still have to prevent all these coccidiosis from your young birds. Another tip that I would like to give us is that when you notice that your birds are having signs of coccidiosis, you continue with the treatment. Then you remove the wet litters, make sure the floors are dry. Then you isolate any sick birds. When you notice that this is a sick bird, you try to isolate them from the healthy flock, because one single bird may infect thousands of birds. So it's always good to isolate the sick ones, and you avoid mixing drugs. People just, when I read online, I see a lot of people, they say they use a lot of human drugs to treat birds. They will say it works for them though, but it's not healthy. It's not healthy for the birds, likewise the consumers. So you avoid mixing drugs unless your vet says so. Then after the treatment of coccidiosis, because coccidiosis drugs are always stressful, it stress your bird, so you provide them with multivitamins or electrolyte so as to help them recover. Like if you are brooding broiler, for instance, and you give them coccidiosis, there is every tendency that they will lose little weight, they will lose weight. So after you give them the coccidiosis drugs finish, you try and give them multivitamins or electrolyte to make them recover very fast. Though coccidiosis is deadly, but it's beatable. Trust me, when you act early and you treat right, and you save your birds. See you in our next video. Share this video with another farmer. Let's reduce coseed losses together. And if you find this video helpful, please kindly give this video a like, comment on how we can improve more, share with friends and family. We'll come your way again. See you in our next video. Bye.